Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Raghav88. So we have the Tata Punch with us, which looks like something like the Harrier from the front. Seeing the LED daytime running lamps. The mirrors here, outside mirrors, are quite big and look like they've been carried forward from the Altros or the Tata Nexon. It doesn't get request sensors for the passenger side. It gets these beautifully cut diamond cut alloy wheels, which are 195 by 60 R16, which is very good. It gets this unique Tata logo here inside the tail lamp, which is good. The fuel head is on the left side as usual from all Tata cars. Coming to the tail section, it gets this request sensor to open up the boot. The boot size is 316 liters. It gets a spare tire which is 195 R16 R16, but it is not an alloy. On the lower versions, it gets 185 bar 70 R15 steel wheels. It gets rear wipers and the Tata logo as expected on all cars, and just below that you can see the reverse camera. Also you can see that these tail lamps are inspired by the Nexon. The tail lamps are all LED unit, which is good to see on these Tata cars. As you can see, the rear door handles are integrated into the body just like in the Altros. The front passenger side gets request sensors for keyless entry, so this is available only in the top model. So the mirrors get turn indicators as well, which are LED. The daytime running lights are inspired from the Harrier and make you feel like this is a mini Harrier. The headlamps are projector headlamps. Coming to the engine options available, it is a 1.2 liter Revoltron engine, which is a 1199cc 3-cylinder, which produces 86 PS at 6000 rpm and 113 Newton meter at approximately 3300 rpm. As mentioned previously, these outside rearview mirrors are huge for this car and also gets these turn indicator, LED turn indicators. Now let's get into the interior of the car and talk about it more. The interior of this car looks like inspired from the Nexon and the Altros. It also gets these highlighted vents, which are now common on all the Tata cars that you see, which are new. It gets all 4 power windows. It also gets power adjustable mirrors. It also gets a flat bottom steering wheel, which is leather wrapped with audio controls mounted on it, which looks chunky and good. This is a part digital, part analog display, which is carried forward from the Nexon. It's blue Ascent AC vents, which are on the Tiago as well. It also gets 2 drive modes. One is Eco and one is City. The push button start is just next to these buttons. As this is the top spec variant, it gets automatic ACs. The AC controls are very well laid out. The blue accents on the AC vents make it look premium. This also gets a 7-inch floating infotainment system, just like on the Nexon and the Altros. The lower spec variants get floating 3.5-inch infotainment system. To the gearbox, it's the same one that does the duty on the Tiago. It also comes with the AMT gearbox option. You get one USB charging option and one 12 volts charging option in front of the gear lever, and the other 12 volts charging option is placed behind the gear lever, and below the handbrake you also get some space to keep your mobile and your wallet. Up front you get 2 bottle holders or cup holders right next to the handbrake. These can house only a 500 ml because this is small space and cannot 1 liters cannot be placed there. You also get this cool glove box which is illuminated. Also you get one extra storage space where you can keep your owner's manual or any small stuff that you require. You get door pockets on both passenger side as well as on the driver side, where you can keep 1 liter bottles each. The IRPM is not automatic and it is manual, just like in the Tiago, the Tigor, or even in the Altras and Nexon, which shows Tata has tried to cut cost wherever possible to make this an affordable car. Also gets only one interior light and a microphone for the Bluetooth connectivity. There is no vanity mirror on the driver side sunshade, but it gets a vanity mirror on the passenger side sunshade. The top spec model that we are reviewing, it gets 2 tweeters on the A-pillar and 4 speakers on the doors, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, but was not able to review the sound quality of the stereo or the speakers as there was no key present. Now talking about the comfort of the seats are quite comfortable for my size and my weight, which is 5'9" and mediumly built. If somebody is a well built person and above 6 feet, it would be a little difficult to fit in and might not be comfortable as I am. Talking further about the features, it gets cruise control, driver side height adjustment, and traction pro only on AMT models. Also gets rain sensing wipers, auto headlamps along with dual airbags, ABS and EBD, which are standard. Now let's get into the rear seat of the car and check out how it feels to be on the passenger side of the car rather than be driving it. The integration of the door handle into the body helps with cost cutting as well. The sitting posture is quite upright and the legs room is quite good, even though I am 5'9" for your reference. It gets speakers on the doors like I mentioned before. It also gets grab handles on both sides for the passengers to hold on to, even in the front side on the passenger end. It gets magazine holder on both driver side rear and passenger side rear, which is a nifty feature to have. It also gets this armrest, which is quite large for the size of the car, but it misses out on cup holders, which is where Tata is trying to cut cost in this car. It also gets adjustable headrest in the rear side as well, which is very good to have and adds to the comfort of the rear passengers. These seats are comfortable for two, but a child can be squeezed in, but not for long drives. For long drives, it is best for two adults only, and also both the rear seats gets isofix child mounts, which will add to the safety rating of this car. I think it might get a 4-star or a 5-star safety rating. It also gets 90 degrees opening doors just like an Altroz, which makes getting in and out of the car a breeze. Coming to the build quality of the car, it is quite well built, but not as good as the Nexon or the Altroz, but it is much better than compared to its competitors from Maruti. I personally loved the alloy wheel design on this car. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. And we also missed this beautiful roof rail. I'm not sure how functional it is, but it looks quite good. Do hit the thumbs up button if you like the video and do subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed.